So the first thing you want to do to fully set up AutoInput is you're going to find it on Google Play Store and install it. You're going to also need to find the app AutoApps and install it as well. Then I'm going to go home and let's open AutoInput. Hi guys, I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to let you know that I have a website called MationX.com where I offer custom automation development. So if you're interested in automating anything for your Android device or for your computer, or automating something on managed servers where I take care of the automations and make sure they run all the time, please contact me there and we will see if we can do something for you. Thank you for watching. And right here, I'm going to click OK. Now we need to enable AutoInput, so let's click on this not enabled. We will need to enable accessibility service, which is a permission that allows AutoInput to actually click and interact with the elements. So let's click allow here. Let's go back. We're also, if you see a button that will unlock AutoInput here, click on it and it will actually open AutoApps, and right here it will open the AutoInput and you're gonna need to click unlock, and it's gonna cost like $2 or something like that. But after you do that, the button unlock should disappear and you have unlocked AutoInput. But there's also a very important thing you need to do to make sure that AutoInput isn't killed in the background. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna open the app info like this, or you're gonna go there from Android settings, and right here we're gonna click on battery and we're gonna click unrestricted. This is very important, guys, and that makes sure that AutoInput isn't killed in the background. Let's make sure that all permissions are enabled, so I'm gonna enable files and media permission, and I'm also gonna allow display over other apps, these advanced, modify system settings, important as well. And after you do all this, AutoInput should be ready to go and ready to be used in Tasker. Hi guys, in this tutorial I will show you how to use the Actions v2 from AutoInput. So let's get started. Let's say you want to automate in this Google Play Store that you want to click this search button, you want to click this search box, and you want to search for some text and you want to see the result. So let's automate that with AutoInput. Okay, let's go to Tasker and let's create a new task. Let's call it UI. Oh, that will be it. Let's create a new task. Let's go to plugin, AutoInput, Actions v2. Let's click on this pencil and we will be operating with this actions to perform. Hi guys, I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to let you know that I have a website called MationX.com where I offer custom automation development. So if you're interested in automating anything for your Android device or for your computer, or automating something on managed servers where I take care of the automations and make sure they run all the time, please contact me there and we will see if we can do something for you. Thank you for watching. So let's click there. We do need help always. And now you can do many things. You can click, swipe, and do many other things. But before everything, you want to wait for the element to appear. So let's click wait for element, find. Now let's go to this Play Store app. Let's go to the starting position. And we want to click this search button on the bottom. So let's click there. We will click on the blue box after positioning it. We see this search text view here, so let's wait for that. First found, that means it will wait for the first found. It won't search for the button like necessarily near something else. We don't need to do it now, and let's click it. Click, find. Repeating the same thing that I did last time. Now when I clicked do now, it actually did the thing, so that's good. Now more actions, yes. We want to click right here on element, search apps and games. I always recommend to find it by the element and not by position because it won't be reliable. First found, let's know. And as you can see, it opened. Now let's input some text here. So we're gonna add more actions and we're gonna append text, for example, to see if we can put the text here. search apps and games. Okay, first one. And let's search for auto apps, for example. Let's do it now. And now we just want to click like enter or just enter the text. So for that there is this option, submit input. Find. I'm gonna select the field again. This edit text field, and I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna find this element by focus. So if it has focus, it will click the submit. Let's try it, and it worked. We don't need more actions. Let's go back to tasker. Now in this action to perform, you actually see the code that we created, and I'm just gonna add some wait actions. After we click the text field, I would wait for like 300 milliseconds to make sure that it's ready to be inserted text in, you know. And I'm also gonna add wait action here before we press enter and OK. This wait basically works because it's also a command that is supported. Let's click the tick icon to save. Let's go back, and let's now go back again. Let's save the task. Now I will put it in the default position like this, and let's try if it works. I will enable it. I will run the task, and I will go here. I'm not clicking anything, and let's see if it's actually doing anything. And it's searched for the app. I didn't click at all until now, so it searched for auto apps. It's working pretty well. So that's about it, guys, for this action suite 2. I think it's very useful for normal UI automations. Hi guys, so in this part of the tutorial I will show you how to use gestures with AutoInput. So let's create a new task in tasker, and let's click this plus. Let's select plugin AutoInput, and let's select gestures. Hi guys, I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to let you know that I have a website called MationX.com where I offer custom automation development. So if you're interested in automating anything for your Android device or for your computer, or automating something on managed servers where I take care of the automations and make sure they run all the time, please contact me there and we will see if we can do something for you. Thank you for watching. There are many other actions, but these are the most used ones. So let's select gestures. Let's click the pencil button. Now let's select gesture type. Let's say we want to normally swipe, so let's click swipe. Now we need to input the start point and the end point. So your phone has some number of pixels with the width and the height. So let's select the start point somewhere on the bottom and the end point somewhere right here. So I think that would be the start point would be the X position doesn't really matter, so let's input like 100, and the Y position would be like 1800, and the endpoint would be 100 and 100. It should basically swipe from bottom to the top. Okay, and let's select duration like 200 milliseconds. Okay, let's click this tick icon. Now let's add wait action before this. So I'm gonna add like 5 seconds before we actually swipe. We're gonna move it in the beginning. Now let's perform it, and let's go back, let's go here, and let's see if it actually swipes. As you can see, guys, it swiped. If you would want it to swipe like this and stop easily, you would put a smaller duration. Okay, because if you swipe like really fast, it does this, but if you swipe slowly, it doesn't really do that. Okay, so this is about gestures, guys.